Welcome to the 31st episode of the Decompression Chamber. I'm your host, Mario. I'm sure you already know that. But our opening quote is going to be from Jack Cornfield. And the quote goes, "If your compassion does not include yourself, then it is incomplete." Roll the intro.
Looks like into me, no doubt that I never be without my damn brain. Closed mouth, I'm clever and I know my damn shame. No cloud to the better, no one know my damn name. No bow, that shit what I guess we about to cascade.
Can't lie, it probably isn't the best sign that the only two videos that I filmed here at university have been while intoxicated, but truth is both of those have been sandwiched by a very big crunch of work. Basically, I had two projects due today, and the past stretch of time I've been working hard to get it done, get it put out of the way so that I can focus on daily living. That's the thing is I spent so much time working on these projects and thinking about them and staying up late the last few nights just to make sure that I have all the I's dotted and the T's crossed, that you forget that life just continues on as normal afterwards, and you just think, I try not to buy too much into the arrival fallacy that I've submitted my projects, I've got nothing to worry about now, There's plenty of stuff going on, and now I can just hope that I look at the next day with, brightness and optimism. I don't know. Yeah, so basically the last 2 days I've been staying up very late. I'm sleep deprived, but truthfully I'm quite heartened by the fact that I was able to concentrate for as long as I did. I mean, maybe it's the media of today, maybe it's the way that we kind of use phones and technology and stuff, but honestly my attention span is so shit. Even watching an entire film without looking at my phone, without looking at anything else is long-winded. It's difficult. And so the past few days, I've been doing regularly 5, 6, 7+ hours of work, and that's kind of crazy because even in my most exam stress times, back in A levels and GCSE, I never even dreamed of doing that much work in a day. So to a certain extent, I'm wow, I've really put myself through it. I'm tired and I'm ready to go to sleep. But also I'm hey, at least I know I have that in my back pocket if I need it. But this is something I talk about with my older brother because he kind of does this as well. But it's if you procrastinate, you put yourself in a position where you are forced to do the work. You put the pressure on yourself too. And so there's certain people who thrive off that, and there's certain people who don't. For me, I feel when I lessen my time and I procrastinate, it just means that I panic and I don't have the time to make the decisions that I actually need to make. But this time, safe to say, it feels like it's working out. I don't know. I mean, there's been a fair few submissions that I've done where I'm I don't know altogether whether this has gone too great, and then they come back to me and they're yeah, this has gone really well. This is our feedback, and so far all the feedback I've been getting is very good. Maybe it's luck, maybe it's hard work, maybe it's just being too damn fly. Maybe it's a combination. In any case, these are blue blocking light glasses, by the way. It's just I spend so much time looking at the screen. I've seen more Google Docs than anybody wants to ever see, realistically. And so I bought myself some blue blockers, even though according to my research they're not fully scientifically proven that they actually do stuff. I just thought, hey, it's a fashion statement, buy a bit of plastic, even if it does slightly help me with the sleep thing, the blocking the blue light, then I'll take it. I mean, step one to getting better sleep probably is going to bed at a normal hour, but here I am recording this at 1:08 in the morning. I mean, to be fair, when I say we, I mean me, my flatmates, and the people in my social group at uni. We were celebrating, having done these projects, having it submitted, and looking forward to an exciting future. I mean, there's always more work to be doing. There's always projects that we've got to work on and focus on, but now that I've moved off from a kind of leadership, directing or producing perspective from these last two projects, I can kind of just, pump the brakes and focus on what my actual interests are. So funnily enough, one of those interests is chess. I've been playing a lot of online chess, I talked about in my last video, but now that this work has just been done and dusted, I've been working on my chess game. The thing is normally I'm not a very patient person. I was just talking about how my attention span is dead, but chess is actually something that I force myself to focus on, think about the repercussions and the consequences of what I do, and then hopefully I can apply that to broader aspects of my life. But here I sit, and I don't know whether it's going to be too distracting in the watching this video, but there is going to be a wavy galaxy stuff going on. I bought a galaxy light. My friend Harvey, shout out, had one, and I just thought, rather than just lots of blank walls, I'd quite like there to be, some texture to the room, or some other bullshit. I don't know, but there's certain things that I can just be grateful for, and this channel's called More or Less Grateful. Right now, I'm more grateful than I've been for a bit. Even when I wasn't doing work in the last couple of days, this time that I was spent off work, I was thinking about the work that I was supposed to be doing. I was thinking about, okay, so this is just merely a reprieve from a non-stop block of action. So now that I've kind of come off that, I'm chilling. I am verifiably chilling. It's kind of weird. My younger brother got hit by a car earlier this week. He was crossing the road apparently, and he didn't look the right way at the right time, and he hopped onto the bonnet and cracked the windshield. And thank God everything's fine with him, but I wouldn't have expected that, that's for certain. And for that not even to be the most significant part of my week kind of says that there's been a lot going on. I mean, it's not exactly immediately viewable, but I get this strong sense with my peers of relief. Once this has been submitted, we can just take a deep breath out and have it all done and doskied. And the feeling is good. But there's always stuff we can be working on. That's the kind of nature of this thing. And the next project that we're going to be working on my course is it's kind of this big collaborative thing where we'll be split into two big groups, and everybody kind of gets their production roles and stuff. And I was really gunning for this cinematographer role. I want to be a DP, manage the production from the cinematographic perspective, the cameras, where the camera's going to go, how you're going to shoot a scene, what it looks like and why, kind of thing. And for me, there's such an interesting intersection between artistic expression and logistics and organization on set, and I think that's the kind of role that I was most interested in. And I had this interview earlier this week. The teachers interviewed us for our roles, and that's what I put myself forward for. But unfortunately, I didn't get it. I got first AC, which is first assistant camera, and I'm not entitled to the role necessarily. Actually, in any way, I'm not entitled to the role. But I wanted it, and that's what I applied for. And then they gave the role to this Don. I doubt this guy will ever be watching this video, but he never shows up. He's barely in any of the video lectures, and he's never on for the practical or workshop shit. So I'm like, I have everyone that I could have, quote unquote, lost this job to. It's like, why did it have to be you, cunt? Why did it have to be you? But this life is full of times where you just need to look at what you have rather than what you want, and just use that to maximize what you're doing. There's this quote that I think about a lot, which is opportunities multiply as they are seized, which is from the Art of War. It's just you can't spend your time dilly-dallying about what could have been. You just have to focus on what is and just use that to kind of try and get closer to your goals. And right now my goals are just more maintaining balance is a general thing to say, but I want to be able to maintain the balance of the social aspects of my life, the physical health aspects of my life, the mental health aspects of my life, and I guess the academic and work parts of my life. But I just want to be able to balance them in a way that is not unhealthy. Like the last few days I've been sleep deprived. I feel like my brain's slowly turning into mush, and quite frankly the only reason I'm filming this video is because I thought it'd be a nice way to cap off a very productive day, and I kind of wanted to flex the Galaxy Light. Wanted to see what it looked like on the webcam. But safe to say, I'm enjoying being here at uni, even when it's so stressful, even when I'm working hard and I feel like there's a lot of pressure on me. I still feel like I'm in the right place. It doesn't feel like the world's crumbling around me. It doesn't feel like the course is wrongly fit for me. I feel like I'm in my bag, I'm in my spot, and I can only be so grateful that I'm in a place where I feel like I belong, Sorry for the burping as well. I've had some carbonated drinks, and I found out recently that the more carbonated drinks you have, the more you're going to burp, and it's kind of unfortunate, but that's the way it works. I mean, recently, a killer mix that I've been having is amaretto and ginger beer. I mean, ginger beer is a bit of a divisive drink in any case, but I fucking love ginger beer, especially the fiery ginger. If you're having like ginger beer that's not fiery, you're a bitch in my opinion. I'm sorry, but fix up. You're a bitch. Get some fiery ginger beer. I have all things to be passionate about. It's a bit of a strange one, but yeah. I mean, I can't lie. I've been really, really, really dragging myself through this. But for those of you who made it this far, for those of you who continue to watch and support my videos, it does mean a lot to me, and I hope that you know that what value you bring to the world will be seen and will continue to reveal itself throughout your life. Thank you very much. It's the end of my TED Talk. See you later.
Cap on for the shade. I don't wanna give myself no option, so I drop the visor just to wake up. Ain't no tripping over pay stubs, ain't no tripping on the vague stuff. All the things that I can make up, I'm a thinker, not a maker. Wait. No grayer I see, never think about the consequences if you hate 'em.